Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. And we are underway in downtown Detroit. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Williams going to throw on the first play. He's going to test the secondary right away. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. From the 39, here's a first and 10. They'll put Loveland in motion. Here's a give left side. This is Swift. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play. Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
When you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Williams to throw on second down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Aiden Hutchinson. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's third and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Rock Yassin. And the Lions are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive.
First and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Right to the air, here's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. It'll be marked down up around the 18-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
First and 10.
So in regards to being used in the passing game, there's really two types of backs in this league. There's the check down back. He's able to just take the short gains and try to pick up more yards after catch. And then there's the back that can be used as a weapon. Man, when you got a guy like that in your passing game, it is a handful for defenses.
On first down, it's Goff. That's Goff. It's Isaac to Slav. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
A gain of 19.
How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good games, 19 for this one.
First down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Goff to throw on first down. That's caught by Gibbs.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
A second down throw for Goff. That's over the middle. Caught by Tasmart. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Detroit Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown.
Complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. No gain on the play. Second and 10 at their 49-yard line.
From the gun, it's Goff. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. They're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's a gain of 11.
Goff hooking up with his tight end, Laporta, and they give the Lions a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. This throw taken in by Amon-Ra. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. That's the second time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's first and 10. To throw is Goff. That's caught by Taslam. And the Lions are looking at first and goal. He takes it all the way down to the 2.
And the Lions first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Gibbs will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Bates, good with the extra point. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Moore going in motion. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target, and it'll be 2nd down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic, and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time, he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 20 yards on that pass play. Good for a Bears 1st down.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. It's 2nd down. Williams to the air once more. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Throw it again. It's Williams. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
They'll put Loveland in motion. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. A gutsy call, but they pay it off. It's a gain of 17. So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They're going to run. It's the man from Rutgers, Kyle Monunga. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That one on target to Moore. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. They try to throw again. Here's Williams. Back in the end zone. He's got it. Holston Loveland. Touchdown Bears.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. First and 10 now from the 36. Now, Goff. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the veteran safety, Kevin Byard.
They'll take over first and 10.
If you're going to run this route against quarters coverage, Mike, you have to do a better job of running the route flat. The quarterback is going to trust that you are going to uncover right when that guy comes out of his break, but he rounds the route just a little too much and ends up being a costly mistake.
On the give, it is Mononga. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not having it. He's going to lose a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Mononga gonna get it again. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's gonna set up 3rd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
In motion, it's Odunze. On 3rd down, it's Williams. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Williams sacked. A 10-yard loss on the play. 3 and out.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Pass completed is St. Brown. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 33-yard line.
Goff to throw. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I, back from Ford Field in Detroit. In a moment. From the gun, on third down, it's gone. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
They'll go for it. Here's Goff. He's got his man complete. That's to Sloan. And he's going to have the Lions first down. As this defense too loose there. Gain of 19 on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Throwing, Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he's in! Sam Laporta! Touchdown, Detroit!
McWeestad was saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Again, working deep downfield. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it'll bring up second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
On second down, it's Williams. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All three incompletions. And now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. In motion, it's Odunze. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
You know, I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
First down throw there is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
That is brought in at the 10. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's first and goal.
And the Lions first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's in the end zone and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmunds.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line.
Alexander on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 24-yard line.
It is second and 6. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's complete. It's Odunze. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. That's caught! And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. They'll try the right side with Swift. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. It'll hold them to a gain of 2. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock.
Hey, volunteer. Slam left.
Williams to throw on second down. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. So let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Now pass deep for St. Brown. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
By the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. Open man downfield is Loveland. 17 yards, the gain there. 1st down, Chicago.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
In motion, it's Odunze. On 1st down, it's Swift. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings
It is 2nd and 9. Here's Williams. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
On the bootleg, it's Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. And it's great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
They'll indeed go. It's Williams. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. On 1st down, it's Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple.
At the 28-yard line.
From the gun, it's Goff. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by T.J.
Little nigga ain't gonna let me be great, man. This nigga is not gonna let me be great today.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 1 at the 21-yard line.
We're going to run it here with Monunga. And he'll get it down to the 12. And that'll give him a new set of downs from in close.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you can have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the ground, here is Monunga. And his defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down. On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. This from 34 yards. Santos's kick is good. And the Bears move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Goff to throw on 1st down. Pass caught by Amon-Ra. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A pickup there of 25 yards. Good for a Lions 1st down.
It probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here's we start the 2nd half.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked up by T.J. Edwards.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
They will run it over center with Swift. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs.
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Jack Campbell gets him for a loss of 4. And that'll set up 3rd down.
3rd and long.
To throw is Williams. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here's Williams. He's got the hook up there to Odunze. And he will get into the end zone. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Bears. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
I tell you what, Mike, there's being aggressive on fourth down, and then there's being...
And look at this. The extra point is blocked. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This is fielded inside the 5. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
To throw is Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the third quarter. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30.
We go.
Goff. This throw taken in by Amon-Ra. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him...
And more of the same. Another interception. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Williams now to throw. He'll get this out to the left flat. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. That's the safety, Kirby Joseph. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Now, deep shot for Amon-Ra. And they will finally get them as he's brought down near the 40-yard line.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last two throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next two drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now Williams. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. They'll talk things over before third down. To throw, it's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked up by Kerryon Arnold. And he's going to set his guys up well. Nice return. The offense is going to have it just past the 40-yard line.
Intercepted. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. There's that man again, another catch. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing on second down, Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 35 yards.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Goff going to throw here on first and 10. That's caught by Gibbs. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
7-yard pickup. Brings up
So,
second
2 minutes to play here in the second half.
14-yard line.
Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's second down and 3. They'll drop to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Isaac Toslam. Touchdown, Lions.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back. And it's not going to be easy.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At
They'll start on the ground with Swift. Trying to bounce that one outside, but only to be able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. The Lions called their first time out, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down.
Watch out.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That'll be caught right side by the rookie wideout. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 72 yards. Touchdown, Chicago.
And that should all but put this one away, Mike. And we've had some big plays throughout this game, but none bigger than that one right there. They score on the long touchdown, and that makes this a two-possession game here late.
Makes the score Bears 30, Lions 21. Cairo Santos.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here is 1st and 10.
5. We go tonight.
From the gun, it's Goff. That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta. They'll come up now for second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Goff.
31-yard line.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Here's Goff. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. It's the veteran safety, Kevin Byard. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Aiden Hutchinson getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive. Throwing on second down, Williams. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
They'll put Loveland in motion. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Coverage excellent there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
On second down, it's Williams. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. And that's going to bring it to third and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Moore going in motion. Oh, here's a pop pass on the end around. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ball.
Bears will line up for the two-point conversion.
Throwing is Williams. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision darted loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Throwing, Goff. He's going to try it here again. That is hard. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now we're going to get a timeout, somewhat pointlessly called here with 3 seconds to go in a game that has already been decided.
Hey, Shell. Listen.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. This was a game where both offenses